Welcome back, explorers of the unknown, to Black X Wolf Entertainment. Tonight we journey deeper into the heart of darkness with echoes of the deep, the Abyssal Awakening. Chapter 5. The Abyss stares back. Buckle up for a plunge into madness, mystery, and terror. After days in the depths, the crew of the Abyss Explorer has finally reached the core of Nethralis. Before them stands a temple, ancient and foreboding, a remnant of a time forgotten by history. Carvings wind up its black stone walls, depicting monstrous creatures bowing before a towering figure with a single, all-seeing eye. The faded etchings tell a story of worship and sacrifice, a civilization that gave everything to appease the depths. The crew can feel it, a weight, pressing down on them, thickening the air with an unnatural tension. As they enter the temple, the silence is broken only by the soft sound of their breaths, each step echoing off the damp, shadowed walls. The feeling of being watched intensifies, and some crew members swear they hear faint, guttural whispers emanating from the stones themselves. Each step feels like a descent into the jaws of the unknown. At the temple's center, they discover a pedestal draped in barnacles and coral, and upon it lies a relic, the Eye of Nethralis. Encased in gleaming silver, it's a polished orb that seems to absorb the light around it, a liquid darkness swirling within. When they touch it, an icy jolt shoots through their fingers. The crew feels a thrill of triumph, and something far darker. With the eye in their possession, the very ocean around them seems to awaken, and a deep guttural roar reverberates through the water. The sea itself churns, currents colliding as if driven by some primal rage. Schools of fish scatter, but monstrous creatures begin to rise, summoned by the ancient power that now stirs in their midst. These creatures are unlike any sea life they've ever documented. Twisted, misshapen forms with scales black as midnight, eyes glowing with an eerie crimson light. Their bodies pulse with veins of dark energy, as if the very essence of the abyss flows within them. One of these massive beasts, a creature resembling a mutated anglerfish with jaws lined in rows of needle-like teeth, charges the sub, slamming into it with a force that sends shockwaves through the hull. Alarms blare as the impact throws the crew into a frenzy. In the chaos, the sub's systems flicker, leaving them stranded, defenseless against the sea's wrath. Frantic, they scramble to restore power, but something strange begins to happen. The air grows heavy and visions creep into the corners of their eyes, visions that defy explanation. They see phantoms of people dressed in flowing robes, their faces obscured, whispering chants in a language that sounds like a melody sung by the ocean itself. Flickers of an ancient civilization flash before them. A world that was once alive, now lost to the crushing depths. But these aren't just hallucinations. The lines between reality and nightmare begin to blur, twisting the minds of the crew. The Eye of Nethralis pulses with a dark energy, seeping into their thoughts, feeding off their fears. Crew members find themselves reliving their deepest terrors, memories of drowning, claustrophobic spaces and the unending darkness of the ocean's abyss. Their minds unravel as nightmares become reality, and whispers echo louder in their minds, taunting them, daring them to look deeper. The weight of the eye seems to grow heavier with each passing moment, and the crew realizes they've awoken something far beyond their understanding. Captain Arya tries to rally her team, but they're slipping away, lost in their own fractured realities. And then it hits them. Whatever they've taken, whatever power they've claimed, is not theirs to possess. The abyss is no longer a silent observer. It has become a ravenous predator, and the crew is prey trapped in its lair. In these depths, there is no forgiveness, no escape. The darkness is alive, and it is staring back at them, watching, waiting, and most terrifying of all, hungry. As the waters stir with a violent, otherworldly energy, they realize that returning the eye may be the only way to appease this ancient god. But how can they give back what the ocean has already claimed as its own? They've crossed a line, and now the abyss demands retribution. Prepare yourself for what lies ahead. In the next chapter, our crew will face the full wrath of Nethralis as the spirits of the deep close in. With nowhere left to run, the question remains, will they survive, or will they be lost to the darkness forever?